Lion versus gorilla, who wins this fight? Hey there, wild ones. Ever sat around with friends and asked, who would win in a fight, an African lion or a silverback gorilla? No, just me. Well, today we're diving straight into one of the most epic, over-the-top what-if battles in the animal kingdom. Think Rocky Balboa meets King Kong, but set in the heart of the jungle. On one side, we've got the lion, the ultimate feline warrior, with claws like switchblades and a stare that says, "You're next." On the other, the gorilla, a walking mountain of muscle with the punch of a heavyweight champ and the brain power to solve puzzles and your Wi-Fi issues. Now, I'm not saying this is a fight we'd ever want to see in real life. We love both these beasts. But hey, it's a wild ride to imagine. So grab your safari hat, maybe a snack, just not zebra jerky, and let's break down this beastly showdown. Who takes the crown, the king of the jungle or the jungle's strongman? Let's find out. In this corner, the gorilla, nature's tank in a fur coat. Alright, folks, meet the silverback gorilla, aka nature's bodybuilder, aka Don't Make Me Mad Max. Picture a dude who looks like he's been training with NFL linemen and Olympic powerlifters ... while still eating bananas for breakfast. We're talking 400 pounds of pure, functional jungle muscle. This guy isn't just big, he's lift a small car big. And I mean that literally. Some estimates say a silverback could lift up to 1,800 kilograms. That's like hoisting a smart car over his head while humming a jungle tune. Weight: 135 to 220 kilograms, 300 to 485 pounds. Bite force: around 1,300 psi, strong enough to crush bamboo, coconuts, or your dreams. Punch power: one well-placed arm swing from this guy and you might wake up wondering what year it is. Hands-on genius: these arms aren't just strong, they're nimble. Gorillas can use tools, crack nuts, and even toss stuff with shocking accuracy. You don't want to be the thing he decides to toss. And let's not forget the brains. This isn't just a walking bicep, he's got problem-solving skills, family bonds, and enough emotional intelligence to make most reality TV contestants look bad. Give him a week, a toolbox, and some rope, and he's building a treehouse and organizing a jungle talent show complete with synchronized chest beating. If this were a contest for strength and smarts combined, the gorilla might just be the heavyweight champ of the animal kingdom. But does all that brawn and brilliance translate into victory in a no-rules brawl? Well, let's meet the competition. And in this corner, the lion, nature's perfect predator. Step aside, folks, here comes royalty. Meet the African lion, the four-pawed powerhouse who doesn't just look like a king ... he fights like one. This guy isn't prowling around the savannah for photo ops, he's built for combat, carved from muscle, and running on raw instinct. Imagine if a pro wrestler, a ninja, and a tactical fighter pilot had a furry, fanged baby. That's your lion. Weight: 180 to 250 kilograms, that's 400 to 550 pounds of pure don't mess with me. Length: up to 2.5 meters, 8 feet of lean, mean, muscle machine. Weapons of choice: O claws, razor sharp and retractable, think built-in switchblades. O teeth, long and lethal, designed not to chew ... but to kill. O mane, not just for the glam shots, that fluffy crown. It's battle armor, shielding his neck from bites during brawls with rival males, and when it comes to experience, let's just say this guy doesn't need a practice round. Lions go toe-to-toe with zebras, Cape buffalo, even giraffes. Yes, giraffes, those towering kickboxers of the animal kingdom. For lions, every day is Fight Club, and they're the undefeated champs of their weight class. You don't survive the African plains without serious game. Lions aren't just born predators, they're strategic, aggressive, and ruthless when it's go time. Their instincts are dialed up to 11, and when they lock eyes on a target, it's usually game over. If the gorilla's the bouncer at a jungle gym, the lion is the SWAT team of the savannah, silent, sudden, and shockingly efficient. So muscles versus murder skills. Strength versus savage strategy, the plot thickens. Strength versus skill, what really wins a fight? Alright, here's where things get interesting. Yes, the gorilla has the raw power. He's basically the jungle's version of a heavyweight bodybuilder who just broke the gym's leg press machine. But here's the catch: muscle alone doesn't win fights. The gorilla is like that guy at your local gym who can deadlift a car but has never actually been in a fight. The lion, oh, He's that scrappy street brawler who's been in more backyard brawls than you've had hot dinners. You might be able to bench press a truck, but if a dude with sharp reflexes, a switchblade, and zero fear charges at you, good luck, buddy. That's the lion. He's not just strong, he's got killer instincts, honed by years of real combat in the wild. Every hunt is life or death. He knows when to strike, where to aim, and how to finish the job. This cat doesn't just survive, he dominates. Think of it like a UFC match. One fighter has brute strength, but the other has technique, timing, and knockout experience. In most cases, you put your money on the one who knows how to win ugly. In nature, it's not always the biggest or the strongest that comes out on top, it's the smartest fighter, the one who's been there, clawed that. The final face-off, so who actually wins? Alright, let's fire up the imagination machine and drop these two titans into the wild. Ding ding, round 1, the gorilla charges in with a punch that could knock over a vending machine. Boom, a solid hit. The lion stumbles for half a second, and then snaps into beast mode. With lightning speed, the lion counters, razor-sharp claws rake across the gorilla's belly like steak knives through butter. Then comes the real finisher, those bone-crushing jaws clamp down on the neck like a furry, golden vice grip. Sure, the gorilla might get in a grab, maybe even hurl the lion a few feet like it's playing jungle dodgeball, but here's the thing. Lions wrangle buffalo, zebras, and full-grown wildebeests on the regular. A gorilla's not going to freak them out. Lions are built for this, ruthless, relentless, and fine-tuned by evolution to end fights fast. Now don't get me wrong, the gorilla is no pushover. He's got the brain power, the biceps, and the bite force to snap bones like breadsticks. But when it comes to a full-on, no rules, survival of the fittest showdown, the lion has the upper paw. He's got the claws, the fangs, the combat training, and the killer instinct to back it all up. He's not fighting to impress, he's fighting to finish. Verdict, cue the dramatic drum roll. The lion takes the crown. And there it is, folks, the jungle's ultimate showdown comes to a close. While it's not a total smackdown, let's be real. In most real-world scenarios, the lion walks away with the W. Why? Because this isn't a weightlifting competition, it's a survival brawl. And the lion, he's got the full package. Razor claws, bone-piercing teeth, years of combat training, and a no-hesitation attitude when things get wild. But hey, don't sleep on the gorilla. This guy is still one of nature's most awe-inspiring creatures. He's like a combination of a powerlifter, a yoga instructor, and a wilderness philosopher. A walking tank with a heart and brain of gold. Still in the jungle's version of the UFC? When the bell rings and it's go time, this round goes to the king. What about us humans? Are we in danger? Now, before you start worrying about a gorilla-lion tag team chasing you through the woods, let's clear the air. While both of these animals are absolute units in the wild, neither one is out there actively hunting humans. We are not on the menu. Gorillas, these guys are more like forest monks than fighters. If you ran into a silverback in the wild, he's more likely to give you a warning chest beat and walk away unless, of course, you mess with his family. Then, yeah, you might want to start sprinting and praying, but overall, gorillas are gentle giants. They eat plants, chill with their troop, and solve problems like jungle professors. You respect them, they respect you. Lions are a little spicier. They're natural predators with the instincts to match. While human attacks are rare, they can happen, especially if a lion feels threatened, cornered, or hungry and desperate. But most lions will avoid humans if they can. After all, we don't exactly taste like antelope, and we come with smartphones, flashlights, and sometimes pepper spray. Moral of the story, don't try to selfie with a wild animal. Respect their space, admire them from a distance, and leave the fighting to the fantasy matchups like this one. In the wild, you're the guest. Act accordingly, and you'll be just fine. Can you keep one as a pet? Okay, I know what you're thinking. Gorillas are smart and cuddly, lions are majestic and powerful. Could I just maybe raise one like Simba or King Kong at home? Short answer, absolutely not. Long answer, still no, but let's talk about why. Gorilla as a pet. Sure, baby gorillas look like fuzzy little philosophers with big curious eyes. But that 30-pound bundle of cuteness turns into a 400-pound powerhouse faster than you can say banana. They need a complex social life, huge space to roam, and a jungle worth of salad every day. Also, Do you really want a roommate who can rip the door off your fridge and eat your couch cushions for fun? Lion as a pet. Let's be real, owning a lion isn't majestic, it's madness. Even if you raise it from a cub, once it hits maturity, that cute roar becomes a terrifying battle cry. Remember, lions aren't loyal pets, they're apex predators with paws the size of dinner plates and instincts that scream hunt, chase, kill. Also, your neighborhood HOA probably frowns on backyard lions, just saying. Don't miss out, subscribe for more wild fun. If you enjoyed watching this epic showdown and want to see more wild animal battles, fascinating facts, and jaw-dropping trivia, hit that subscribe button. Join the wild side, no lions or gorillas required, promise. We've got plenty more exciting content coming your way. Whether you're Team Lion, Team Gorilla, or just here for the fun, you're in the right place. So, don't wait, subscribe now and ring that bell so you never miss an adventure. See you in the next wild video.